Look, right away I want to establish that I don't have anything against open tunings. I actually think they're great. The open strings ringing smooths chord changes, and the typical approach to open tunings lends itself to generating more complex harmonies automatically through the interplay between more static open strings ringing out against changing bass notes. So these advantages are great, but what if you could get them in standard tuning? I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but I am saying that before you try an open tuning, you should try these shapes first. Okay, here's how we're going to build these. We'll start with root notes on the low E string starting at the 3rd fret for G, the 5th for A, 7th for B, 8th for C, 10th for D, the open string for E, and the 2nd fret for F sharp. Then we're going to build power chords off of these root notes using the root 5th octave formula. Most of them are going to look the same, and you'll notice a little bit of a difference for the F sharp diminished chord. So here's G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, and F sharp diminished. Back to G. You're going to notice that normally when you play a power chord, you're going to use the underside of your first finger to mute the high strings. And in this case, you only want to fret with your fingertips so that those strings can ring open. You might notice some complex harmonies happening here, and we can name those harmonies if you want to, like saying that the high E string in this G major chord gives it a 13th degree, or saying that the B string in this A minor chord gives it a 9th degree. We can also approach this more like the typical approach to open tunings, allowing the strings that stay open to create harmonies unquestioned so long as we like the sound that we're hearing. This strategy in particular is a lot like any open tuning where you tune the bottom strings to D and A and then move a single fret double stop around, since that ends up creating a movable power chord against higher open strings too. If getting the sound of an open tuning in standard tuning seems useful to you, then you should know that I've compiled the strategy we've just covered along with 14 others into a course on my website called Open Standard. Each strategy is expressed with diagrams and through text and through example videos that give you an idea of how each strategy can be used, like this one. If you have any questions about the course, feel free to leave them in a comment below or use the contact form on my website. I hope that you get a lot of mileage out of these power chord shapes, and remember, I'm not trying to stop anyone from using open tunings, but I am trying to help some players get a similar sound without having to retune at all. I hope that's okay.